Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick little video here about quickest way I've found of gaining XP in the game. So of course we can get more ability points and skill points, right? That's what it's all about. So um, the best way and fastest way I've found on getting XP is, especially once you've gotten to up around QL10 on everything, is to rerun the missions and especially in Transylvania, missions XP is dependent upon your level and where you are and whatnot. But in other words, if you do a devastating mission, you get greatly reduced XP. Simply so you can't power level people through the game. So anyway, what I do is, what happens is there's a cooldown every time you run a mission. There's a cooldown that takes place. So what you do is you go into your journal screen by pressing J, right? You want to go up here into let's say, your finished missions, okay? And like right now, I'm in the Carpathian Fangs, and as you can see, everything's on cooldown here, right? And this place, Transylvania, right now, is a QL10 person. Transylvania is offering the most XP. A lot of these missions, some of these missions, over 1,000,000 XP, per mission. Some of these reds. So, I see everything's on cooldown, man. I'm not going to be able to do this stuff for another couple days, some of it. So, what you do is you just go in here, and then another good place for me to look is the Shadowy Forest, and of course everything in there is on cooldown. It's going to be a couple days before I can rerun all those missions with the big XP gains. Another one would be, the besieged farmlands, and as you can see, everything's on cooldown in the besieged farmlands. I'm not going to be able to run any of those for a while. So then your next choice on XP would be back into Egypt. And as you can see, City of Sun God. Now, as you can see, some of these are easy. Some of these are listed as normal for my level right now. So at least with the normal, you'll get some fairly good XP. Easy, not as good XP. And see, none of these are on cooldown. So I can quickly go to Egypt, blast through a lot of these missions that you see here. None of those are on cooldown. That's the second zone of Egypt. And then the first zone of Egypt, which is Scorched Desert. As you can see, those are very easy. Excuse me. There's a hard in there. So, we're just trying to, quickest way to get XP really is rerunning these missions. And if possible, you want to run missions that are listed as hard. And remember, if missions that are listed as devastating as you're leveling up, those get real reduced XP to keep from power leveling. So ideally, you want to run hard missions. But as you can see, all of my hard missions right now, everything in Transylvania is on a cooldown, man, and there's long cooldowns. So I just wanted to show you that. Gaining XP by rerunning missions, and then being able to go into the journal screen and look at your cooldowns and look at your areas that provide the most XP. Of course, are going to be those areas closest to your level. For me, it's Transylvania. All these things are on cooldowns, though. I've ran through most of them in the last couple days, so that's why you see all these cooldown numbers clicking down. All right. Now, the other little thing I wanted to bring up really quick, man, is, of course, you need to always be changing your gear, especially when you're in Transylvania and you're fighting nightmare mobs. The gear, you want to fight these things efficiently. You're constantly going to have to change gear, and the gear manager in game is so incredibly bugged. It is absolutely horrendous, man. You'll lose things from your. I've had everything happen in the gear management. As you can see here, I've got some stuff loaded in here, but I've completely stopped using it you'll lose talismans. I've had things where talismans revert back to their original glyphs and all kinds of weird stuff, man. So I've completely stopped using gear management. I started doing everything by hand, but there's a great little UI that I've ran across just recently. A little UI mod that you can easily add, and it's this thing right here called Viper's Deck Manager. Big shout out thanks to Viper for coming up with this UI mod. I'm sure there's going to be a lot coming. But as you can see, it's real easy. You click on this thing up here by your compass, and then I just got it, so I've only got 4 decks in here right now. But you can add just an unlimited amount of decks. Whereas on the character screen, you've got to pay for anything more than 5 decks. Here, you can just add unlimited decks, and it doesn't. It only changes your actives and passives. It doesn't change your gear, which is great, which is what I like. At this moment, there are things where I'm going to be changing gear, but for right now, this is great. As you can see, you can just you click on anything. Here's a strike with no states gear, and I can just load. I'll show you down here. You see my passes and everything. I load this, and it changes all my stuff down here. So it works great. Okay. And that's all I wanted to show right now. I'm developing a video that is soloing Nightmare Elites here in the game, and how you have to really come up with different decks, different builds for every just about every different Nightmare Elite, man. Have you seen any other videos? They're almost all immune to hindered and impaired, which is great when you can use it, but against the Nightmare Elite you can't. So I'm coming up with some different decks, and I'm trying to compile a video with how to use different abilities, different decks, especially when fighting all the various Nightmare Elites. If you've seen my other videos, you've seen me fight those guys, and it can be a difficult battle when you're soloing, especially when you got the gimped gear that I've got. All right, I mean, I'm just using green stuff here and a couple blues. So, but it makes it real challenging, and if you can solo Nightmare Elites with this kind of gear, as you gear up, you'll really be you get a really good understanding by soloing these Nightmare Elites, and you'll get a really good handle on the game mechanics, right? So anyway, just a quick video on some helpful tips. I'll be putting out some more videos soon, so thanks for watching.